Hello and welcome to all the friends and loyal supporters of Nice Surprise Tarot. Today we have an interesting topic, and that is the full moon. I will explain shortly what does it mean for us, how does it affect us, and why does that happen. If you by any chance don't want to listen to any of that, there are timestamps in the description, so you can skip to picking the card and listening to your group, or maybe 2 or 3 groups, depending on what your intuition is telling you. So let's begin. We have always been aware of the moon's power to create ebbs and flows in the oceans, power to affect people, since we are around 80% water. Paying attention to the moon cycles by setting intentions at the new moon and releasing and letting go at the full moon is a powerful way to align with the universe and with ourselves. And you will ask me, what happens during the full moon? The sun and the moon are on the opposite sides of the earth during a full moon. That means they're also sitting at the exact opposite zodiac sign and degree in the sky. That explains why life can feel super intense during full moons. You are literally being stretched in opposite direction. There is a real war between your ego, the sun, and your emotions, the moon. It's no wonder these days each month can feel so charged. That is exactly why we need to figure out what we need to release in order to enjoy everything we manifested so far. Needless to say, this is not a pleasant process. And for those that are interested, I will share with you all the zodiac sun signs and their full moon opposites. So in Capricorn season, the full moon is in Cancer. In Aquarius season, the full moon is in Leo. Pisces season, full moon in Virgo. Aries season, full moon in Libra. Taurus season, full moon in Scorpio. Gemini season, Sagittarius, full moon. Cancer season, full moon in Capricorn. Leo season, Aquarius, full moon. Virgo season, full moon in Pisces. Libra season, full moon in Aries. Scorpio season, full moon in Taurus. And Sagittarius season, full moon in Gemini. As we already mentioned, full moons are always when the sun is opposite of the moon. So since this is happening during Sagittarius season, the sun sign, this is a Gemini full moon. It is happening on December 15th, pretty much everywhere in the world. Full moons show the ending of a cycle or the release of certain energies. So we're letting go of something. The full moon is in Gemini, and Gemini is a Mercury-ruled sign connected with information, intellect, and logical processing. This means that most probably we will let go of something that was intellectual, logical, some type of plan or project, rather than something emotional. Following are the main qualities of each zodiac sun sign that are expected to rise during the new moon and be completed and let go during the full moon. Aries is all about leadership, initiation, solo pursuits, and conflicts. Taurus is about financial security, luxury, body care, personal values. Gemini is about communication, social life, friendship, transportation. Cancer is about home life, family, nest egg, self-nurturing, and food. Leo is about personal brand and style, romance, creative expression, playfulness. Virgo is about wellness, routine, daily work, service, resourcefulness. Libra is about partnerships, fashion and beauty, justice, personal harmony and balance. Scorpio is about intimacy, wealth management and investments, sex, power, mystery. Sagittarius is about travel and adventure, spiritual wisdom, education, entrepreneurship, media. Capricorn is about achievement, success, family legacies and structures, long-range goals. Aquarius is about innovation, originality, community, technology, activism. And Pisces are about surrender, spiritual guides, mentors, transitions, creativity, addictions, and vices. When the moon is at its biggest and brightest, it's the perfect time for honoring your achievements and releasing what no longer serves you. The full moon is a wonderful time for clarity. It is light and bright, and we can easily feel and see. So it's especially good time for tarot readings. Now that we know exactly what is going on during the full moon, let's ask the tarot what no longer serves us and we should release during this full moon on December 15th, 2024. And now is the time for you to choose your card, my darlings. There are 3 different groups in front of me here. Use your intuition to choose one of these 3 groups. They may appeal to you visually as pretty, or you will feel a magnetic pull towards one of them, or they will just stand out in any other way. Your intuition will take you to your pile, because this pile will contain all the relevant information for you. Your intuition knows exactly what you need to hear, what information you need to receive right now. It may attract you visually, energetically, like you will feel different temperature, or they will just glow differently for you. Anything that makes them stand out. It is that. Don't worry if you find yourself attracted by 2 of these piles. This just means that you need to hear some or complete informations of both piles, so listen to them both. Generally speaking, sometimes you may not be ready for what is coming. If you have a feeling that the information doesn't make sense, first, have in mind that this is a general reading, so not all of the information is for everyone. And second, you may simply need to sleep on it and see it again tomorrow. Your soul is trying to convey the message to you, and your soul knows what you need to know. You will find timestamps in the description box to easily navigate through the video and skip to your personal prediction and the message you need to hear right now. The message that will trigger certain thoughts and certain emotions that your soul needs on its journey right now. In order to help you with your decision, I will tell you a little bit about the crystals going with each group. For the group number 1, we have the Moonstone crystal. So if you're attracted to this group, it will contain the message for you. The quality of this crystal is often linked to the divine feminine, is believed to harness the moon's energy, bringing calm, balance, and intuition to its wearer. For the group number 2, we have this beautiful rose quartz crystal. So if you find yourself drawn to group number 2 or to this rose quartz, then that is going to be your message and your reading. This crystal will help you with reaching unconditional love and infinite peace, fostering deep inner healing and self-love. For the group number 3, we have this beautiful citrine crystal. So if you find yourself drawn to group number 3 or this citrine, then that is going to be your message and your reading. Citrine alleviates issues with the solar plexus, which gives us our personal power. This crystal also enhances our ability to take the right action when faced with difficult decisions, deepens mental clarity, and activates our intuition, which allows us to come to an answer more easily. Take your time. If you need, pause this video and find the pile that you are the most drawn to. If you need, use the timestamps given below to easily navigate through the video. And let's go ahead and begin with today's pick a card reading. And hello and welcome to my beautiful group number 1, the group with the moonstone. So let's ask the tarot for this beautiful group number 1, what do you need to release and what will be the impact of that during this full moon on the 15th of December. My dear group number 1, you are either a wise woman, an earth sign, connected to the material stuff, so down to earth, grounded person, very successful, or you have a person like that in your immediate environment. That means that starting with the new moon in your life, a lot of abundance, a lot of material things have come your way. So this is good. You're on good way to create everything you need, which is especially good now with the New Year's and Christmas and other festivities are approaching for you. Things were going pretty fast, pretty intense, and you were right where you needed to be and did definitely exactly what you needed to do in order to create abundance, my dear group number 1. The negative impact of this situation starting from the new moon onwards is that you needed to let go of some things in your life, whether it was a complete transformation, so you just changed the environment, you changed people around you, you changed everything you needed to change, or it was someone that you loved, it is no longer with you. This is for you to know, but the way you were developing led to this situation that there was either transformation or a loss of some person in your environment. The positive impact, of course, is the abundance. You see, we have Ace of Pentacles, that initial energy of money, of abundance, of financial means for you, my darling, and I'm really grateful and I'm happy for you and for this abundance in your immediate environment. You need to let go of all the fights, so you should be more patient with your environment on your way of gaining money, of gaining abundance. It is obvious that you will meet people, you will meet personalities, different people that would like to chop a little bit of what is yours, and of course there will be clashes around it, but you should learn to calm down, to follow your own path and to enjoy in everything that you produce without those negative energies around you, without the need to fight with someone. It's better to cooperate with people, however difficult that seems. You need to let go of the old stuff that don't belong in your life any longer, in order to create energy space for what is new and what is coming, for all that abundance, for all those finances. You, my dear group number one, have to clear what was in the past, what is obsolete, what is no longer needed, because otherwise that will influence you and that will reduce your vibration. That won't let you start with the new, even start, not only gain or create more riches in the future. So you need to let go, obviously, of what is old and obsolete. Why it is time to let go of what is old and obsolete? As I already mentioned, you lose your focus above all. When you have so many energies, some of those that you need, some of those that you don't need, your attention is dispersed everywhere, just everywhere. Instead of focusing exactly on what you need, in this case, it is the finances, it is the abundance that you need to create. You are focusing on fights with people, on what have you lost in the past, on everything that was going on, everything that is going on right now, and you are losing your focus. So that's why it is time to let go of old and obsolete things, my dear group number one. So how can you let go of what is no longer for you? By being sociable and making good contacts and communications with people who know how to acquire this abundance. People who know how to focus, how to work. People that can show you the way in the moments when you are not sure where to put your attention and how to focus. So this is the way that you will have to develop in order to reach that abundance and everything that you want in your life. You will have people supporting you, my darling. You will have people around you. Trust me, you will not be left on your own. You will have all the support that you need to reach your goals. So, once you let go of all those energies that you don't need, that are old and obsolete, you can focus on what you need. And even if you lose your path from time to time, you will have supporters around you. I see especially a woman, a wise type, a wise woman, a woman that is here for you, ready to help you always. Do not hesitate to go to her and ask her for an advice. And how will letting that energy that is no longer for you shift things for you? Well, you will reach balance. Even if you are forced for a short period of time to juggle two things instead of one. I mean, even two sometimes is too much, but sometimes for a certain short period of time, maybe you will have to juggle those two things. It's okay, it's okay. When you're focused when you have attention on those two things and nothing else, then for a while it may function. You are the one who knows for how long you can take it, how long you can juggle those two things, but you have to pay attention to your focus and your attention. So, what intention can you carry forward? Your intention is to look at the celebrations, at your milestones. My dear group number 1, you don't know how important it is to pay attention to milestones. Whichever success you get, however small it is, please focus your attention. Your focus should go to that little success, and with that attention, that energy you give, it will become a big one. Trust me, once you put attention to something, that something is growing. And now let's ask, these are the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards to help us a little bit and to show us what you need to know and what you need to get rid of during this full moon on the 15th of December. And we will choose 3 cards and see what's going on. So, my dear group number 1, let me tell you something. You need to let go of your confusion. As I said here, 7 of Cups. You're losing your focus, your attention is everywhere, you create confusion. You must let go of that. So whatever was in the past that made you lose your focus, disperse your energy everywhere, or people around you are demanding all the time for something, you should say stop, you should say no in order to get rid of this confusion. And what will you reach when you get rid of that? Look, you will reach balance. You will be balanced. People around you will feel happier. Everything will be better when you reach that balance. And at the end, before I close this reading for my beautiful group number 1 with the moonstone, you should know that perception is everything. You see, perception, something with the green color, which means coming from the heart chakra. So let me tell you, my dear group number 1, you choose how you see things around you. So your perception comes from you. There are people that even in the worst of situation can find that one thing that will make them feel good and that will push them to go ahead and to develop and to make success. On the other hand, there are also people that have everything successful and only one little thing is not functioning. They will put all their attention to that little thing. No, they can't function without that little thing being well. So they're obviously perfectionists. They think that everything at all time should function perfectly, but what do? They put the energy there and all the energy is going that way. So even the good things that they had before are starting to going down, to lose. So with this, with my advice to you, to have an attention and positive perception of things, I will close the reading for my group number 1. Thank you. And now let's say welcome to the beautiful group number 2 with the rose quartz. And let's ask the tarot, what can they tell us about this full moon? What you have created, what you need to let go of, how will this shift the energies around you, etc., etc. We will see. We will make a few questions to the tarot and see what is going on during the full moon for my dear group number 2. During the time between the new moon and the full moon, my dear group number 2, you were all about preparation. You knew that you have an inspiration and you have a plan, and you knew that it is time to gather all the things together and to be ready for the next step. During this period, there were some hardworking people around you who couldn't understand you, why you need this time to prepare, why don't you go just straight forward and do things the way they do it, because they are fire, because they work all the time, because they don't need to think as much. You are clever, my dear group number 2, and you know how you will organize your life and the things you need to do. The positive thing about this is that you managed to juggle things, not only one, but 2, to organize 2 potentially very profitable and good things for you in whatever way you need, in whatever way your energy needs, without these people around you knowing. And they don't need to know, because when you have people like that are criticizing you, that are not helping you, then they don't need to know. It's better that they don't know. In the period that is coming for you, my dear group number 2, you might need to slow down a little bit on social life, social gatherings, since you will need to focus on these 2 things that you're juggling, and that you can juggle only for a certain period of time. Maybe you can continue if you get help. And to get help, you must find someone who is willing to help on one hand, and on the other hand, someone who is really capable of doing that. It is time to do these things, really, because you are going through a certain transformation. In order for this transformation to happen, you will need to focus. It's impossible to go through this transformation without focusing and reach the results that you wish for. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it, really. You can let go with the help of certain other people that you will meet after this full moon. People that know a little bit better about things that you want to do, and people that are ready to help, but you need to ask them. And in order to ask them, you should look around And you should talk to people and you should ask people. You know, if you focus only on what you're doing and how to keep it and how to keep going on, especially with the environment that you have right now, it will be impossible to find those new people. Ask around. You will see that once you ask, it will be easier, because I can really see that you will have support. Starting this new thing, these two new things will be supported. You will have people around you that will support you. All you need to do is to ask. So, and another thing I must tell you, don't be afraid of the new. Don't be afraid of new people, new tasks, everything that you do. Feel free, because I see here that the universe is supporting you, my dear. The universe will really support you. And naturally, letting go a little bit of this social life and social activities and focusing a little bit more on this new thing will help you to focus your attention. You won't be scattered all over the place. You know, when you need to go through certain transformation, you keep your attention, then you get rid of everything that distracts you. And I told you that in your environment you have those people, and they will always feel free. They don't understand what you do. So it's good that you're not telling them what you're doing. There is someone else. There is a female woman. There is a female, an entrepreneur ready to help you. Don't tell those that are pretty active now and that are blocking your energy. Speak to this most probably brunette that is grounded, that is most probably an earth sign, maybe like Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, because this is an important figure during the period. So, but most of all, yes, a little bit at least less of the social activities, more focus on your work will allow you to be ready for this transformation and go through it. And as a reminder of this release, you should know in the future that when you have around you people who block your development, people who block your transformation, you should be ready to say no to them. The most important thing is, if it is possible, just ignore them. Just stay aside, do your things, do not get into argument or something, because that way you will lose the energy that you need for something else, if it is possible. But if they are aggressive, if they insist on things, then you should stand up and tell, no, this will not that way. I will do it my way. Try to find a way to be independent of those people. Don't let them interfere that much. Okay, my dear group number 2. And now let's ask the oracle cards with the goddesses what they can tell us about the full moon on 15th of December, what you should release, what you should get rid of. Interesting. Group number 1 and 2 have very similar cards, although on different position. But let's see now what the goddesses have for you. You should release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So, all the time during this reading, I had the impression that someone has been judging you. But according to this card, you may be the one judging the way of others. I don't know. We will not go into that direction. I have a feeling that you have been judged for what you are doing. So maybe it's not you that you should release judgment, but those around you. Anyway, just be careful about judgments in your environment. If it happens to be you judging others, release it, focus on love. You will need that love and light to get through this transformation, my dear group number 2. Because you know what? Once you do that, you will reach unconditional love. So it says love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So you will reach unconditional love for you and for those around you. And once you do that, the most important, the universe will be pouring abundance out to you. So you should be open to receiving. Beautiful. My group number 2. So the main theme here would most probably be the releasing of judgment and focusing on love and light, and having focus on your transformation in order to manage in reaching this unconditional love and the prosperity in your life. And with this, I close the reading for the beautiful group number 2. And now I wish warm welcome to the beautiful group number 3, the one with the citrine, with the lucky stone. So let's see what you need to let go of during this full moon on the 15th of December. How will that impact you? And so on. So let's first open the card. The justice is below. So whatever you do, it will bring you justice, my dear group number 3, with the citrine. And let's see. I can see, my dear group number 3. It's interesting. All 3 groups were very hardworking in the period since the new moon. And you were not only hardworking, but you also reach some kind of success since the new moon. I see here like something like good teamwork, something like signing new contracts, new clients. Congratulations, group number 3. Things are going well for you. The negative influence of whatever was going on is that there is no more time for wishful thinking. Now you have everything in order, and you should change the gears. It seems to me that somehow you are still like in the stage of preparation, and things will be and going a little bit slowly. No. My dear group number 3, you should speed up the things, because you should start as soon as possible in order to reach the results that you want. The positive thing is that once you start with your work, there will be a good chance of reaching an abundance, providing you're disciplined, providing you're focused on your work, and you're doing good assessment on everything that you do. Should you need to do some changes, should you need to change direction in order to have better quality and to work better and reach better abundance and better success. You will need to leave behind the emotions, that feeling of being smaller than the others, that feeling of I don't know exactly how to do things. People around me are very rich, very successful, etc. That has to go, my dear group number 3. As I said before, there is no time to think right now. Now you have reached a level and a speed, the energy, the flow that you need to go ahead. So no thinking, no feeling inadequate and everything. Just go ahead and work. It is time to do that, because without that change, those other people around you will eat you alive. You don't have time for that. You need your energy to be focused on your success, because you can do it. You can do it. You can tell everyone around you, I said I will do this, and I will do this, and I will put all my focus on that thing. For that purpose, I will get rid of all the negative energies, all the negative feelings. I know that I can do it, and you will really do it. Trust me. I can see that the universe is supporting you, that you are capable of doing it, and this is a time for working full speed, my darling. You will have someone from abroad, or you will travel abroad, but those people will help you. You will have immense support. You will have a team of people ready to teach you everything you need to know, ready to travel with you wherever you need to travel. So you will achieve everything that you need to achieve. You just have to trust in your abilities, my dear group number 3. Things will change for you if you go the way I'm telling you. Forget about feelings and forget about fears and everything that is stopping you. If you continue going the way you're going right now, my dear group number 3, expect a celebration. Expect a celebration. There will be something, some success that you will achieve, and you will celebrate that. You should be ready to accept that you don't need any longer this mindset of scarcity, regardless of your circumstances right now. You and I know that you either have an idea or the contract or whatever you did was positive. You have something positive in your life that you need to continue, because it will lead you to success. It will lead you to celebration. Look at this beautiful card. You will celebrate. So just continue going the way you have started to go, and everything's going to be just fine. It will be perfect for you. Believe me. And now let's ask the Gateway Oracle card what they need to tell us for the group number 3 with the citrine, for the beautiful group number 3 about this full moon. What should happen in your life during the full moon? My beautiful group number 3. Let's see. Let's decide. I will draw 3 cards. And this is what I received. You might be a spiritual person, my dear group number 3, or a good portion of your group, some 68-70% of people, and they are a clear channel for messages from spirit. For the rest of you that maybe you haven't tried, maybe you will try to contact your spiritual guides, or maybe you will watch a video on YouTube with with people who have contacts with spiritual guides. But generally, here it says I'm a clear channel for messages from spirit. So in the days around the full moon, please pay attention to messages around you. It could be a song, it could be a book, it could be something you hear people talking to each other, or I don't know, some magazine on the table, something that you will pick up, you will see, you will hear on the news or something. So please have your eyes opened and your ears opened, because there is something important that you should hear. Once you hear that, you will be dwelling in truth. You will say, I stand in the light of truth. So this message will help you to find something that is true, something that you need to know, something that you maybe knew in the past, but it wasn't true, and now you will learn about the truth. So have your eyes opened and your ears opened. You will hear something, a big truth in your life, my dear group number 3. And that will help you to ignite courage. I'm strong, valiant, and courageous. And you know how you can connect this to the reading. That will give you the courage that you need to go on. So for you, my dear group number 3, you're on a good way. You're really developing nicely, regardless of the circumstances you have, regardless of what is going on. Just stay calm, and you will achieve what you need, my dear group number 3. Around the full moon, you will hear a message that will be a big truth in your life, and that will help you ignite courage to go on the path that will lead you to the Four of Wands, actually to the celebration. You will achieve something very close around this full moon, my dear group number 3. And with this, I close the reading for my beautiful group number 3. Ciao! And that is all for today, my darlings. I hope you liked the video, and of course, if you liked it, please share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to check what will happen to you during 2025. I have video with all the zodiac signs, and I believe the next video will be something extra special. So, looking forward to seeing you soon. Ciao!